Welcome everybody to the watch list right here in the Latin Nerds Network, ready to give our best recommendations for the week as far as what you guys should be watching on streaming. And of course, towards the end of the show, we'll let you know what's coming out so you can create your very own watch list. All TV nerds, welcome, of course, including my co-host who is here with us every Sunday. That's live from Houston, Chewy, Senor Chewy, of course. How you doing, brother?
Happy Sunday, brother. What's going on?
Happy Sunday. World Cup's taking a little break. We don't. No
Mm.
break for nobody. No games to watch. Hopes
Morocco,
and dreams pinned
Morocco.
on the hopes of one team. Of course, the lonely team for South America left Argentina. Let's go Messi.
I don't know about you, but I'm going for Morocco, dude.
I don't know. I may actually go from Morocco, man. I don't know what the hell. The damn Argentinians. I love you guys, but you guys are the worst too. Whatever. Give Messi his title, man. Let him complete his GOAT status, if you will. That's the last thing. It's the only thing he's missing is that the World Cup championship, right? But that being said, in between these games, lots to watch. Not much as much this week, but over the last couple weeks, there's been a lot of stuff coming out, and I'm going to mention this again. I did last week, and I'll continue to mention it until we talk about when it finally ends for the season. That's Gangs of London.
Man, that last episode,
So
dude. These
good.
last these last two episodes, man. First we get no half measures, then we get the deal, then we get all this, shenanigans going on in the background. Like, holy cow!
Yeah, such a good
Like you said,
show.
dude,
Yeah.
Tim Elliott is now unhinged. Let's go.
Oh yeah, a big mistake occurring in this week's episode. We're not gonna spoil it, but yeah, definitely. I think that there's a free of AMC Plus, like a free trial on Amazon. At least you can download and watch this show. I'm not sure if the second season you
I think
can. The
I
first
thought
season,
it
I'm
was just
sorry.
a couple episodes, or is it the first season?
Well, I don't know if first season's up there. I know it's got the first five on for
Okay.
the I think they're showing every episode. They're promoting it, but
Oh yeah,
either
yeah,
way,
yeah, yeah.
if you saw first episode, don't have AMC Plus, which I get. There's about 8, 9 of you, maybe 10 now. Go Amazon Prime, get hooked. Great show. I'm gonna keep pushing this show because it's just so damn good. But let's get to the other stuff that released recently. You just start with the movies. I want to save the movies toward the end. We had a couple of films that came out on
Okay.
Apple and Netflix. So I'm gonna start a couple of shows. One show I don't watch. Not that I don't dislike it, just wasn't for me. I'll let Chewy take the reins on this, and that is His Dark Materials, the third and final season on HBO. I'm right.
Yeah, this is the end. Yes.
Yeah, it's that one. We're like, this is a fantasy-driven show, right? A la, I don't know. I don't know what you compare this to. Chronicles of Narnia, I guess would be a good comparison, maybe.
Yeah, yeah, maybe.
Just
I
something
mean,
like
I'm not. I mean, obviously, though these books. I'm not sure how when these books originally came out. This is all based on a series of novels. Not maybe a children's, maybe young adult, really.
yeah.
But like I said, it's a good watch. It's fun if you know the materials. They may try to make a movie that was a flop back in the
Oh yeah,
'90s, I
Daniel Craig,
think.
I think, was in that.
Yeah, Daniel Craig was the Ezreal character, I believe.
Pre-Bond.
Or yeah, or maybe not. I don't know.
It
I'm
was
not sure
pre-Bond,
who was who. Yeah,
I think.
but it flopped. It didn't work out. They wanted to make a trilogy that didn't go anywhere. HBO brought this series, did a better job, stood closer to source material. Like I said, it's a good watch. It has Daphne Keane, who's from Wolverine or Logan, sorry,
Logan, yeah.
movie, many great movie, many years ago. And also Sean McAvoy. What's his name?
James McAvoy, yeah, who's
Thank you very
Professor
much. Yeah.
X, and of course,
hmm
who's in Split series.
Correct.
Daphne King was going to be in the Acolyte for Star Wars, and the Star Wars show
Oh
coming
yes,
out.
that's right. So
Yeah, and,
she's up and coming.
yeah, up and coming young actress. Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's so, for you, it's like a filler. This is what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like I
Okay.
said, it's not. This is not Game of Thrones. This is not.
Well, obviously, but yeah,
Nothing's Game of Thrones.
let's get that straight.
It's not Gangs of London, but it's a good fantasy, good fantasy watch, good filler. If you know the material, if you don't know the material, it's still very interesting. So it brings in a little multiverse action, a little various. Oops, sorry, kind of itched with my phone. So it brings a little bit of multiverse action going from world to world, different worlds, different versions and stuff. So like I said, it's pretty good.
This or Wheel of Time on Amazon?
Oh, Wheel of Time.
Really? Okay.
I
Okay.
mean, I mean, it's a Yeah, I think Wheel of Time was a
Okay,
much better show as
okay.
as
Yes,
compared to
I like
this.
Wheel of Time. I wasn't like that high on it, so I'm just kind of curious to see what your take was. Okay, fair enough.
Nah, yeah, yeah. Overall, yeah.
Okay, fair enough. The next one again is one that we thought we were talking about last week. What is this week? We got the dates incorrect on this one. Apologies. A show I don't know. Showtime. Chewy does.
Oopsie.
George and Tammy. Based on a true story, of course, of country singers. Oh my God, what's the
Yeah,
name? Oh,
George Jones and Tammy Wynette.
damn it, there we go. With the great. Of course, we have Jessica
Jessica
Chastain,
Chastain.
Michael
Yes.
Shannon, of course, starring
Mhm.
this one. So this one finally started, I guess, this week. So let us know. Is it worth that
Well,
time?
yeah, yeah. Came out first episode Sunday, and the last episode, yeah, came out Friday. So it's Friday's up. No, this is a pretty good show. Actually, I don't know anything about. Yeah, I know only thing I know about the people is the song, right?
Yeah.
The Stand by Your Man.
Right.
I'm not a country fan by any stretch of the imagination. uh, and nor would I ever be, to be quite honest with you.
Fair.
but but Showtime has done a very good job with some of their original shows. And actually, I got Showtime a couple months ago. Got a good deal on it, $3 a month for like 3 months, and caught up on all the shows. So they had Uber, or the Battle for Uber, which was actually very good with oh God, what's his name? KGL, Joseph Gordon Levitt. They had the Man Who Fell to Earth, which was pretty interesting show as well. And the most recently I've been watching Let the Last One In, which is based on there was a movie, a Swedish movie that came out. Ooh, I want to say 10, 15 years ago
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah. Let Me In was the American remake of Chloe
Yes,
Moretz.
I didn't watch the Let Me In one, but
Yeah,
I
actually,
watched the
it's
original
good. Matt
Swedish
Reeves.
one.
Yeah, Matt Reeves directed the
Yes.
Batman recently. It's good.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But the original Swedish was an excellent movie, one of these
Yeah.
cult
Yeah.
favorite movies,
Very good.
vampire movies, very unique take. And so this is a series kind of based on that story. And it's fairly good. I enjoyed it. It's wrapped up this past Sunday. But the Jordan Tammy show, autobiographical. It's only 5 episodes, so it's relatively short.
Oh, okay.
Gets right to the meat and potatoes of the thing, and obviously it kind of deals with their story and the divorce and marriage and kids and the music and it's very tumultuous life from what they're portraying.
Okay. Yeah.
And obviously
It looked
in the
interesting.
country world, they were very famous,
I
right?
do a
And
big back,
they
yeah, a big.
yeah.
I mean, it's something I would have watched. Chastain, she's fantastic, and I love Michael Shannon. It's just crazy eyes. I
Mhm.
can't help it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
crazy
but
as he plays a crazy character,
oh, shocker!
alcoholic to say the least.
What a
It also
shocker!
has Michael Walter Goggins. Sorry,
I
of
love Walter Gunn. He's fantastic.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So
yeah,
yeah, so he's one of the minor players characters, so not prominently shown, but he is part of the cast, and so we love him from. He done so many things, right? I mean, back I think we first saw him in the
oh,
FX
the
show,
Shield
the
he
Shield
was
brand.
fantastic
Yes.
in that.
Mm-hmm.
The one with Tilly Oliphant, I forgot. Justified. There we go. Was
Justified.
great.
Yeah, that's right.
He
Yeah.
stole the show in the Hateful Eight, the last
Hmm.
Tarantino film. I thought he was the best part of it. The movie is okay, but he was great in it. He's
Hmm.
good. He's just very underrated. He's one of those guys from those things doesn't get enough credit, but he's really good.
Hmm.
And Showtime, I think Showtime, for those that know, is part of Paramount Plus, where it will be, I guess, they're merging.
Well, you can get a package that includes
They're
both.
offering the package
Yes.
already. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, I know
Yes.
they were
Yeah.
do it together, like Cinemax to HBO kind of deal, that
I
kind of
mean,
thing.
their top show is obviously, as from a numbers and popularity perspective, is Yellow Jackets, which came
Yeah,
out last year, and they're dropping season 2 in March.
yeah, yeah.
So it's a show I really really like. I'm very
Yeah, like you
interesting,
spoke
very
highly of
interesting
that one.
show.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Paramount Plus, like, so I mean, I really like Tulsa King. That's really another good show. It's going
Hmm.
on right now. It's a really fun show, and it's actually as one of their most popular show on Paramount Plus anyway.
Probably, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, ratings wise, I'm not surprised by it. It's really good. You guys should check that one out. The next one, I'm a huge fan of this show. No, Chewy prefers Titans, I guess. I don't know. That's Doom Patrol, of course, the season 4.
Yeah, you are
Um,
correct.
uh,
Between the two, I do prefer Titans. The last season was just, ah, whatever, dude.
you prefer Titan? Okay, I'm not even. I don't have the
I,
strength. It's
I
4 in the
used, I
morning. I don't have
used,
the strength.
look, man, look,
I was
I was a
robbed
big,
of my Ronaldo Messi final. I don't have the strength right now to deal with the Titans nonsense. I can't.
oh, so you didn't want the Neymar, let's see, semifinal?
I could care less. Never on kiss my ass. Um, Just saying that it would have been fitting. The two greatest players of the generation would have gone out. Just saying it would have been kind of cool.
Stupid
So,
Brazilians.
um,
Yeah, that's what they. That's what they get for doing the samba and the rubbing it in, and they're doing the samba every goal, and even Tite got into it. This is what they get, dude. Eso
Brazil
le pasa.
is the soccer equivalent of Titans, as far as I'm concerned.
They celebrate and they just rub it in your face, and they got it back
We
tenfold,
got
dude.
it is what it is, man. But way off the rails here. Doom
Stupid
Patrol.
Tite.
So I'm a big fan of Doom Patrol. I love that Doom Patrol dropping two episodes thus far
Yeah.
on DC show on HBO, of course,
Mm-hmm.
Warner Brothers. I think it's one of the best shows, consistent. I'm a huge fan. It's so kooky. It's not for everybody, right? This season's focusing on zombie butts. I mean, come on. I'm sold as it is, but it's that ridiculous, which makes it amazing for me. Now zombie butts are doing show tunes. Oh my god!
Well, now they got time, but now that we got time travel,
Bring it
now we got
all in the
we're going.
show.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. This is a spaghetti show tenfold, dude.
It's
Bring it all in,
just,
dude.
I love it. Bring it on, bring it on. It's just, I don't know. It's just, like I said, it's not for everybody, right? You have to keep an open mind. 'Cause the show knows what it is, right? It's not trying to be anything different or copying what anyone else does or whatever the case is, right? This is a weird bunch of characters, right? Doing a weird bunch of shit. That's what they're doing. Brendan Fraser, I think, is great. But I'm enjoying it. I know I can't believe it. I'm not. I can't. It's too early. I won't start.
Okay, I
I
watch
won't
it,
start.
but I mean, I'm just like on my phone, half paying attention. It's
Shame on you.
the first two seasons that was in last season, it just lost me, man. It just did. For whatever reason, the storylines were just like, I know, man, I'm out. And so I'm not just watching just to watch it.
Ah, Chewy
Sorry,
was be
dude.
Brazilian as far as I'm concerned. Move on. Great show. Obviously, this one show won't get too deep because you're not watching it right now. You're probably not gonna watch it. But I mean, again, if you're into superhero stuff, you haven't seen this one on your radar. You like kind of kooky shit. You should give it a try. The first two seasons are really good, though. No, don't get me wrong. Chewy's right about
Mm.
that. The films. A couple of films came out. Let's go Apple Plus first. One I was excited about. Emancipation. Will Smith. His post slap movie, I guess. The less said about that, the better. We got Will Smith,
Antoine
Antoine
Fuqua.
Fuqua, who I really like directing it. This was clearly a Oscar bait, reading it in, trying to read it in. Based on a true story. This whole premise is
Yes.
based off the famous picture of Whip Peter, which I'm showing here. Of course, a slave who, they took a picture of. He sees his back, I guess, because he'd been whipped in the past, and that really drew sentiment towards anti-slavery
I
back in
mean,
the day.
Whip was an
It was an
understatement. I
understatement, right?
mean,
Of
he
course.
was. I mean,
Yeah, if you can
when
see
that
the picture
picture
here, you can see
is,
the picture right now. It's bad, right?
it's
Yeah,
yes,
and
it's
and I turned the
visceral. It's in your face.
yeah,
It kind of exemplifies the treatment of slaves as yes, they were thought as property, but they're even beneath that because they did whatever they felt to keep control.
right.
And
And
that
let's face
picture
it, they were
just
treated worse than
exemplifies
animals you
what
keep in cages, right?
yes,
So yeah, and
yes.
that turned the sentiment towards anti-slavery and with emancipation, proclamation, and all that came to be. So it's a story based off that. Will Smith playing, of course, the role of Peter here. And then from what I understand, obviously they don't have a lot of information on the with Peter individual, so they kind of piece some stuff together, and some stuff was made for the film, of course. But yeah, like I'll say this: this was a mixed bag for me. I was a little let down. Not as good as I wanted to be. Will Smith is good, but he does not give it. It's more of a physical role than anything else. And this movie's kind of like part revenge, part survival, and part war at the end. Which those last 15, 20 minutes, they really should have just chopped. As soon as you got his picture, you could really fast forward it to the end. At that point, for me, it looks great. The cinematography is wonderful. It's fantastic. I love the shots it creates. And I love Ben Foster, who plays one of the villains here,
Mm-hmm.
whose storyline was kind of anticlimactic in terms of how that ended for me. And overall, it was fine. Not the Oscar film I thought. Afterwards, I was like, maybe I'm alone here. I went to some of the reviews, and it's about 50% on Rotten Tomatoes. So I was like, okay, that seems to be fair for me.
No,
Chew
yeah.
your thoughts on this one.
No, this is one of these okay, at least from a entertainment perspective, it's okay, middle of the road. I think it's not great, it's not terrible. Like I said, the cinematically, it's very intriguing because I think it's mostly black and white
Mm-hmm.
or close to
Close
black
to
and
it, yeah.
white, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's some scenes where you see a little bit of color and stuff, but for the most part, it's black and white. But the scene the battle scene at the end was obviously that's where I had most of my interest, right?
It was
But
well
as far
done.
as Yes, it was well. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that for me that was the entertainment part of the movie
Right, but it
because
was
that
unnecessary.
had very little piece of his
Mhm.
actual story, right?
Right.
Because that was just simply a revenge plot, right? Just to get him back to his family at towards the very end, which you really didn't need that battle to do that,
That's
right?
what I'm saying. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Right, and they could have really cut. It was a cool scene. It was well done. It was
Mhm.
very, as far as the graphic nature of kind of Saving Private Ryan esque.
Yeah, well, I
You know,
mean, graphic and probably accurate as far as a
sure.
Civil War battle with because obviously there wasn't it was a single round guns for the most part.
Right,
It's
was like
on the
muskets.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's essentially yeah. I mean, like big cannons, storming, line storming, trenches. I mean, it was all just kind of mixed together in a very very visually engaging way.
Yeah, it was. It was well done. It just like a movie about that would have been more interesting. But him
Mhm.
maybe in battle or what a movie like kind of Glory, right? Just kind of reminding me of Glory back in the day with
A little bit, yeah,
Denzel
yeah.
back in the day, right? But yeah, it was unnecessary. And the movie was a 2 hour 210. This could have been 150.
Hmm.
Cut that scene out. As soon as he got there, and because the do sure scene where they took his picture and how that came about. Obviously, that they had to do that. From there, you could have just okay, just go meet his family. He was separate from his family, of course.
Hmm.
Sent to I guess a prison, a labor camp, or whatever you want to call
Oh,
it.
yeah, labor
Whatever.
camp for the
Right,
Confederacy.
right.
Yeah.
When he escapes, because I forgot to mention, yeah, he escapes from there, and that's when it leads him to finding
Hmm.
the North forces in the Civil War to earn his freedom, if you will.
Yeah, yeah. Because
Right.
this all takes place in Louisiana.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
at that time, I think Baton Rouge was like the front lines,
Yeah.
where the Northern forces were advancing and obviously surrounding the various pockets of resistance,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
And
midway through the war.
this movie just didn't have the impact I thought it wanted to give. Right. You see a movie
No,
like
no,
this, you want to feel a
yeah.
certain way, right? You just kind of go into the motions, and it was odd. Not a terrible film. Don't get me wrong. It's not a bad movie. It's just not what I wanted for these, Oscar bait, kind of films. But
Mhm.
the Apple Plus, the prestige that it brings, so it is what it is. But the last movie, on Netflix, Pinocchio, more on the opposite end of the spectrum, based
Way
totally
opposite.
way up his end, animation, fiction. Guillermo del Toro, who I really like. I like his style. His style is all over this movie, as it normally is. And I gotta say right now, this is a far better iteration of this story than what we got in Disney Plus with Tom Hanks. That
Well, the Disney Plus was just a live action remake.
was,
That's
yeah,
it.
the pure remake, no imagination, lacked a lot of heart, and all that it didn't have. This film had. I really like this one. I love the animation style. The stop motion is very old school, and I love it.
Hmm.
Right, but they did something different. I mean, it's still Pinocchio in the essence, right, and the basic story of it, right. The boy,
Yes, correct.
coming to life as a wooden boy,
But they,
whatever.
but there's just bits and pieces that are reimagined in
Well,
a
right, yeah,
more fantastical way. We have
right,
underworld
exactly.
elements. We have not necessarily angels, but some sort of fantasy-driven beings, kind of monitoring the deceased and whatnot. We have a clear backstory, right, which we never got
I
in
love
the
that.
original
Yeah, I
Pinocchio.
love how it
The whole
starts.
backstory
Yeah.
with Carlo and the father and the son was just magical, man. I mean, that really tugs
Yeah,
the heartstrings.
Geppetto. Is that Geppetto?
Yeah, it was
Yeah, Geppetto.
Geppetto and the
Yeah,
son Carlo.
yeah,
Yes, yeah, exactly.
yeah. And
So
I love. That's what I'm
this
saying.
this, this takes place circa World War I
Yeah,
era in Italy, and so you get a complete backstory and so what you see at Disney as far as the characters and how they're portrayed. You get different versions of them here, right? So the guy with the show, and he's a wolf in the movie. Here he's a guy, but he's got some elements of his head that make him look like a wolf. So they
yeah,
kind of try to tie it together and see. But yeah, much much better, very entertaining,
yeah.
very thought provoking. And whereas in the movie Disney version, right, it's all Disney vibes. He turns into a boy. Here, no, they don't take that turn, right?
Hmm.
He is in a sense pseudo immortal in a way, in the ways he created. To the point that at the end you kind of feel sad because he outlives his dad, his friend, his
Yeah.
compatriots, and you don't know when, and they kind of leave it open. It's like we never saw him again, right? Wherever he went. So it was a very very good story,
Yeah, I really love this
great
movie. It's
movie.
really good. To me, this is a much watch film. It's one of those top 10%, those rare Netflix films that really hit. Because again, it did something different. I wanted Disney to do something different with this story. That's what the Tour did, giving us that backstory,
Mm-hmm.
introducing the elements of of immortality, mortality, right? The importance of that,
Mm-hmm.
and they had the whole fascism thing that did Mussolini at the time. I don't remember that being in the story that I remember anyway. Um,
Not even close. No,
Not even
man.
close,
Yeah,
right?
this is
So
yeah.
yeah, it did a lot of different things, still keeping some of the true, essence of what Pinocchio is a David. I love, yeah, the ending was great when he became a real boy in a way, but not really, kind of thing.
Not
Um,
really. Yeah.
yeah, but it was really well done. It's touching. This movie worked. It really worked. Christoph Waltz plays one of the villains. Of course, we have
Oh, we have
Ewan
Walter
McGregor.
Frey
Yeah,
playing the
Walter
father. I
Frey
love.
at Geppetto, Ewan McGregor playing Jiminy Cricket. Really good, man. And it's a really. And there's a cool. I haven't seen it, but I saw part of it. Cool behind the scenes making of. So if you're
Mm.
into the animation stuff and how they pulled it off, check that out. That looks very cool. But yeah, excellent film, really well done. Yeah, this is a far superior version of that Disney one, and that's the problem with Disney. They don't take enough chances. This thing took chances, and it all paid off. For me,
Hmm.
must watch on Netflix. Check it out. Good for the family, good for the kids. It gets darker, but not that dark. And there's a lot of things for the adults to enjoy. So yeah, absolutely, I have to see it. My mom was just seeing that. I had to watch it. With my mom. I told my sister I was gonna wait for her to watch it. Whatever. So
You told her what?
so she wanted to see it. My sister's visiting us. My mom was to we all stay together during
Oh.
Christmas time. Yeah, we'll watch it, no problem. Again, I just pretending to see it. Oh, I can't wait to see this. But
That's
I'll
what she gets
gladly.
for not getting. That's what she gets for not getting Disney Plus, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Is what it. But
I'm sorry, Netflix. Sorry,
Netflix.
Netflix.
But I'm glad to be able to I'm watching again. No complaints. I'm like, okay. I'm glad to see this again, especially with them. So
Yeah,
very
yeah,
good film.
it was
Absolutely
fun. It
recommend it.
was
Yeah,
fun.
definitely recommend on that. Good job on the tour. Absolutely. So that's it for this week. So definitely check Pinocchio's a big one. That's the one you guys should really be watching if you haven't again chance to do that yet. Next week, kind of back to normal. We got more stuff coming out this week, nice and spread out as I like it. So prepare yourselves to create your watch list. We got first on Tuesday the 13th. That's on FX/Hulu. Kindred dropping. I think it's a not a mini series, a limited series. I think
No, a limited
limited
series,
series.
fantasy with a little bit of time travel elements to
Yeah, it's
it.
based on a book, a popular book. I
Yes,
didn't know about it, but I guess
correct.
main
Hmm.
character she spends time when takes place in the 70s, but she goes back
Hmm.
or part of it goes back to the slavery times, whatever. So it sounds very interesting. Looking forward to it. Heard the book's really good.
Hmm.
Disney Plus. Speaking
And
of,
that's not a weekly drop. I think they drop all the episodes on Tuesday,
I
which
did read that
seems
they're
kind of odd.
dropping. Yeah, I think they're
Seems kind
dropping.
of odd. Maybe because it's Christmas time. I don't know. Whatever.
Probably they're dropping. I think it's 6 episodes, but I'm looking forward.
Yeah.
That looks interesting. We'll talk about that next week. National Treasure, Edge of
The
History,
series
series on Disney Plus, of course, based off the incredibly
movie.
amazing treasure that is, no pun intended, Nicolas Cage. His roles being, it's someone else. Now, I don't know if it's his daughter or something. I have no idea what the link is. I haven't seen the trailer for it. It's Disney, so that they put a female in the role because that's what Disney does. Fine, whatever.
Ah,
Um,
stop hating.
it is what it is. But I don't know. Whatever. They're dropping 2 episodes. I wasn't a big fan of the films. I love Nicolas Cage, but this is not his best stuff for me. I know you're a big
Oh
fan. You like
Lord,
National Treasure,
it's
though.
no Con Air, dude.
Yeah,
Okay.
you damn right, Snow. Yeah, you sent me. There's no line in National Treasure that says put the bunny back in the box. That's all I'm saying. But I get it. Has its fans, and maybe this could be interesting. This got to be better than Willow. I hope it's better than Willow. Um,
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Will is growing on me a little bit.
I'm going the opposite way.
I'm not saying it's great, right?
Mhm.
It's only 3 episodes, I think. Yeah, but I think I got more out of the third episode than the first two, because the first two is a lot of setup and kind of tying back to the original. But whatever. We're talking about National
Yeah,
Treasure,
exactly.
so
But yeah,
let's see what this brings. You know,
exactly. I mean, I'll watch. Of course, I'm gonna watch it. That's on Wednesday the 14th, same day as Widow. Same day, 14th is Netflix film. We're rolling the die again, but this was interesting. Though. It's called The Big Four. It's an action comedy, Indonesian film.
mhm.
The director, the filmmaker, is under was under tutelage of one Gareth Evans, who, of course, for The Raids, phenomenal. Started Gangs of London, phenomenal.
Mhm. Mhm.
He did The Night Comes Before Us, very stylized action film. Films, it is what it is, but the action is fantastic, and it's done in the very same way that a Gareth Evans action scene is shot. Again, this is one of his disciples, so this is his next venture. I'm excited. I love this kind of shit. I don't expect a great film. I just want the action to be good and impactful, which it usually is. But it's throwing some comedy here. There's, I guess, some assassins that are going after.
Yeah,
They're retired. Four assassins are retired, and
yeah.
someone who they killed, I guess the daughter of somebody's pairing up with a detective to go after them. Something like that. It looks a little kooky. It looks cool. Yeah, I'm actually very excited this season. Hopefully they don't
We'll
mess this
see.
one up. On the 16th, Netflix is on Friday. Is The Recruit. I forgot the guy's name, but we just saw him in Black Adam as Adam Smasher. And
Okay. I didn't
yeah,
see Black Adam yet. So
yeah, Black
yeah.
Adam does come out actually on the 16th on HBO Max. If you guys haven't
Yeah, that
seen it,
hurts. Yeah. So
yeah,
I was gonna rent it. I was like, oh, it's coming out. And never mind. I'll wait.
yeah, it's come out and watch it free on HBO Max. A fun movie. It's not amazing, but it's a fun. I enjoyed it. But either way, neither here nor there. The recruit. He's like first week as on the job as a CIA lawyer, and I
Hmm.
guess he receives some letter from an ex CIA operative who's threatening to reveal who they are or whatever unless they clear her name. So he gets involved in some kind of espionage things, which would be kind of comedic, and he's not really an agent, but he gets caught up in the espionage that is the CIA. This was interesting. I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's one of those kind of hit and miss shows. It looks like
Yeah.
Netflix, but whatever. We'll give it a
We'll
shot.
see. Yeah.
AMC Plus. We like AMC Plus. 10 people out
Yeah.
there who are still subscribed to it like AMC Plus, and you should. Litvinenko. I'm saying it right.
Yes.
Litvinenko.
That.
Right,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
David Bennett.
Tenant.
Who I like.
No,
This is a
David
true story.
Tennant.
It's a true story,
David
right?
Tennant.
Tenet?
With
Tenet.
the
That's it,
T.
Bennett? Tenet.
What?
Right.
Yeah, you said Ben. I'm
I
like,
don't know why I said
what
Bennett.
is wrong with
Tenet.
this speech today, dude? You should check
Tenet.
that, man.
The tomatoes, dude. Same thing, dude. Whatever. Bennett, Tenet. Ooh, Tenet.
Uh,
But yeah, so this is a true story, right? Based on a true story.
yeah, based on your story, limited series. I think it's only 4 episodes,
Mm-hmm.
and they all drop on Friday, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
But like I said, we're big fans of David Tennant. We're fans of AC plus dramas. So I think this is based on a Russian operative. Um, but I didn't, like I said, I just happened to just scroll through new
Yeah,
shows coming out, and I saw it on YouTube. Like, okay, let me
I
put it on
think
the
it was
list.
a lieutenant. He got poisoned. This is right in the beginnings of the KGB kind of thing. So I'm trying to find out what happened. Something like that. But whatever. AMC Plus looks interesting. And then I didn't have this, but I'm gonna throw this out there. I'm not gonna watch it, but maybe there's
Okay.
fans of this show. And this is the Murderville comedy, the sketch kind of improv comedy with Will
Does that
Arnett.
come out? That come out this week?
Yes, Who Killed Santa? Comes out
Oh
on the
yeah,
15th.
with Will Arnett.
Yeah, and Jason Bateman is the guest star. So this show, the premise is basically
Yeah.
some kind of murder mystery. It's a farce, but it's all
Well, it's completely well,
improv.
half of it is
Half is
improv.
improv, right? The story is set, but then now they're improving through the story. It's
The
essentially
lines, the
yeah.
scene, yes, exactly.
I wasn't a huge fan of the show, to be honest with you. It wasn't for me, so I probably won't watch this. But this is gonna be a holiday special, so it's one episode with Jason Bateman about who killed Santa Claus. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's up the show's alley. If you're a fan of the show, I figured, hey, this one coming out this week, you guys should check out. Again, just one episode. It's not going to be a season.
Well, yeah, I saw the first season, and I'm a big fan of Will Arnett because
I love
he's the
Will
host
Arnett.
of
I like
Lego Masters. He's just hilarious and
Of
stuff.
course.
So
Speaking of Lego, he was Batman. He was Batman in the Lego
yeah,
series. No, he's fun. He's great. I just to show. I don't know. I just when Marshawn Lynch is the best guest you had of all this comedic talent, that's a problem, right? I mean, they rolled in so many good comedic talent in there, and I think that one episode with Marshawn Lynch, football player, ex-player from the Seahawks, he was the best one. That's not a good sign for me. It was okay. I don't know if I may not watch it. I don't know, but
I realized it was coming out.
there you go. But again,
but
as fans of the show, it's coming out, so you guys know can create your watch list. Put this in there. Of course, that's on actually on the 15th and on a Thursday. So there it is. So a lot of good stuff. I like when it's nice and spread out. That can give me time to kind of watch it with some peace, right? Digest. A couple of things on Friday, no big deal. So a lot of good stuff on there in between all the World Cup action. Tuesday, Wednesday, semifinals. Saturday, Sunday, third place, and of course championship game. Go Morocco. I don't know. The stifling and the 86 Bears defense they play apparently. No one. 85 Bears. No one can score on them. I didn't even know that. I didn't know one scored in Morocco. They allowed one goal.
Not yet.
That was an own goal against Canada.
Yeah, exactly.
So technically no other team has scored on them.
Look, like I tell my girls, they can't win and they don't score.
Yeah, I mean,
so it starts with defense.
Yeah,
but
clearly.
But when it's time to turn it on, I mean, they got speed, they got tactics, they got skill. You see it when they attack. Especially yesterday when they choose to attack, which is not often.
Yeah.
They do move the ball quickly up and pass with precision.
If they can score
and
early,
generate action.
Like yesterday, they can score early.
That's the key. Score early and hang back.
And then put the clamps. I mean,
yes,
they couldn't. They should have started Ronaldo at the beginning, but that's what happens when we don't do that. They need the air
Look,
support.
man, they got excited about that Gomez character who scored Patrick in first game starting. Here's an yeah, exactly. One good game. Does not make a
I
career,
get
but
Ronaldo's
whatever.
old. He's not what he used to be. Obviously, no one's saying that he is. But that aerial attack is what they needed against. It's really the only offense they could muster against Morocco. They
Mm.
needed that aerial attack, that threat. He should have been in the first half, man. Because once it was 1-0, that game was a wrap. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
They
no,
were not going
yeah.
to score. By the time they put him in, it was too late. It was really, it's desperate.
Mm.
Either way, we'll see what happens next Sunday. We'll do, probably doing, should we can do an earlier show before the World Cup. World Cup's at 10 o'clock
Yeah,
in the
World
morning.
Cup's at the 1 o'clock, I
Oh,
think.
1 o'clock. I thought it was 10.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no, no. All these games, the next games are all 1 o'clock. Yeah,
Oh,
just get back to
I
my
stand
body.
corrected
So
then.
yeah,
Okay, fair enough.
yes.
Be that as it may, either way, guys, check us out every Sunday here. Subscribe, like, share. You want to know what to watch, recommendations. We're here every week for you guys. Of course, we appreciate it. And we'll see you guys next week.
Peace.